Hi everyone, Sean Humphreys here. Welcome to this edition of the Take Charge of Change podcast. In this podcast, we'll talk about the cultivation of freedom and what true freedom really means in the context of our personal and our professional lives. Welcome to the Take Charge of Change podcast. In this podcast, we'll help you to lead a more resilient professional and personal life by sharing great content to make you smarter, more energetic, emotionally healthy, financially confident, so you accomplish your professional and personal goals in spite of the challenges that are sure to come your way. It's fun to be creative, to be free and without constraints. Yet, ironically, creativity happens in the context of discipline and order. You can have freedom from rules, but if you don't have mastery over yourself, how creative can you actually be? Now, at times, all of us can be a slave to something: lust, laziness, envy, greed. However, if you're not careful, these things can take over and diminish us, unless we strive for self-mastery. The freedom to create is often the result of years of resilient practice and discipline. And of course, it's not as if you submit to discipline once and never have to do it again. Excellence is renewed through deliberate practice and discipline day in and day out. Freedom or lack of it is influenced more by what we do for and to ourselves than what others do to us. At the end of the day, most of us make ourselves more free and more effective through self-mastery. We all have times when our commitments feel heavy, for sure. In those moments, it's helpful to remember that it's a bigger burden to live a life without commitments. A life with nothing to care for and no one to care about is one of the hardest things for a human being to bear. So commitments are important as long as they line up with our values and goals. So the takeaway is that creativity and freedom are natural benefits that flow out of daily structure, order, and discipline. Kind of interesting. Ironically, if there's a lack of discipline and order and structure in your life, don't expect freedom and creativity to manifest itself in your personal and professional life. You know, the writer needs to sit at their writing table every day. The artist needs to clean their brushes at the end of the day. The entrepreneur needs to manage staff and cash flow. And freedom on the road requires obedience to traffic laws. Financial freedom requires consistency and self-restraint. That concludes this edition of the Take Charge of Change podcast. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and for more information about building personal and professional resiliency, be sure to download our free ebook, The Resilient Professional. And don't hesitate to contact us if you want to begin a conversation about customized training, programs to help your staff and teams to be professionally and personally resilient.